It is the year 1788, and the states of Massachusetts and Virginia have yet to ratify the Constitution. Even New Jersey and Georgia have accepted this change in government. It is unsettling that this is so because Massachusetts and Virginia are such important states in the new nation. Many important leaders such as Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and Edmund Randolph are part of the government of these states. Massachusetts is an especially significant state because patriots consider Boston to be the birthplace of the Revolution, and it's also a large trading city. There are significant states because if any of the states fail to ratify, it could seriously hurt our chances of having a more effective federal government. Virginia and Massachusetts also could influence the votes of other states that had not yet ratified, such as New York, New Hampshire, and North Carolina.
I think that this new Constitution is unreasonable. It's preposterous how the delegates did not even propose a Bill of Rights.
They don't give anyone the power to violate rights either.
But they don't even mention basic rights. And personally, I would feel more comfortable if they specifically listed the rights we have. Then no one could dispute them. For example, what would happen if we lost all the power of free speech?
I really don't find that an issue. I think it is a wonderful idea that our governor, Edmund Randolph, decided to propose amendments. That way we can try to reach a compromise and there will be a limit on Congress's power. But like I said before, I don't find this a big issue.
What particularly bothers me is that after all our hard work, I'm starting to feel like we're forming a tyranny. There's no limit to what Congress can and cannot do, as long as enough of them agree.
I'm sure the representatives of our own state will defend our rights, and the amendments would protect our power to jury, not to be subjected to unwarranted searches and self-incrimination and such. We should not keep the Articles of Confederation. They provide for a weak government, just like Shays' Rebellion has shown us.
I agree that we should get rid of the Articles of Confederation, but I still think that the amendments won't really help. The new Congress will just warp our requests for their own power. These amendments are not enough.
However, Mr. Randolph himself said that Virginia should ratify the Constitution or risk dividing the country. Personally, I think that a division would certainly result in war, which our young nation has already had its fair share of. I believe that ratifying the Constitution is the right choice.
Well, James, I never thought that we would disagree so strongly on something this important.
It was the 6th of February, 1788, that the Massachusetts Ratification Convention compromised. They ratified the Constitution by just 19 votes, adding a list of suggested amendments to the original Constitution. This compromise between the Anti-Federalists and the Federalists provided a basis for how the Virginia Convention would settle the differences between the Anti-Federalists and the Federalists of their own state. Virginia should ratify the Constitution or risk dividing the country, as Edmund Randolph said in a speech advocating the Constitution. Patrick Henry said, "If you give up these powers without a Bill of Rights, you will exhibit the most absurd thing to mankind that the world has ever seen. You have disposed of them to the Congress, without a Bill of Rights, without check, limitation, or control," which countered the Federalists' argument. Finally, after much heated debate between the two sides, they reached the same compromise as Massachusetts had done, and ratified the Constitution by a mere 10 votes. Now the Constitution, having had their 9th approval by New Hampshire while the Virginians were debating over the issue, finally had enough votes to officially replace the Articles of Confederation, but still the fight raged on in the great state of New York.